Hi, my name is Ademakinde Elisha. I'm the CEO of Rectlabs Incorporation, and I'm so excited to share this with you. Rectlabs in the last 4 years has built so many amazing products, and currently our two flagship products are Trackers, the sports AI, and Bingpe AI, a restaurant operating system. We started Rectlabs Incorporation because we identified a gap in AI systems. Quite a number of AI systems are very, very powerful, but they are not reliable, they are not responsible, and they lack interpretability. And the vision with respect to solving this is to build an AI that people trust and that people want, an AI that is usable by mankind. And this can only be solved by bridging the gap between cutting-edge AI research and the usability of AI in the hands of people, such that AI is not just innovative, it is ethical, it is transparent, and very, very practical. So in our first year, building a trustworthy AI was quite challenging. So there are three basic challenges we faced. Number one was validating our ideas. So we spent quite a number of time trying to do that. The second was talents, hiring the right talents. Building a trustworthy AI requires technical expertise with respect to AI research, AI engineering, software engineering, and of course, definitely product development. And one other challenging thing in the first year was funding. So in the first year, we had to bootstrap the company in order for us to be able to validate our ideas. Initially, I was involved heavily hands-on with respect to building the products, model optimization, and implementing the codes, optimization, research, engineering. That has been my major focus. But over time, that's kind of shifted into leadership, strategy, and business growth. So our first milestone was building our first prototype. Man, it was quite challenging actually. It was a very challenging one because we wanted to ensure that the AI is interpretable, it's responsible, and reliable. Building our first prototype was our first biggest milestone because it's a validation of what the company stands for. And the next milestone after that was securing our first enterprise customer, and I think that was in 2022, and that was with respect to Trackers. So this customer came in, owns a sports club, and then we had to build progressively with this person. It was quite an amazing journey with this person, and we had to build progressively. Even though there were a lot of features we needed to build real fast, it was quite challenging, but we were able to get through. And then another milestone that we achieved was expanding from research into engineering, and of course the launching of the product into the market massively for people to use, adoption, putting it into the hands of people, putting it into the hands of users, getting feedbacks, iterating on this product, and then keep improving it. It was such a massive one because that made us validate the product. That also made us validate our real users, our target users. A lot of them were from Europe, UK, US, demanding for those products, sending us emails and the likes, interested in using those products, and it was quite a massive one for us. So we had to build fast. We also had to expand the team a little in order to accommodate these demands. It has been such an amazing journey. So particularly in terms of teams, we've grown from just an AI research team to a full-blown AI team, that is the research, the engineering, the DevOps, the product, the sales, the marketing team. And then in terms of customers, definitely yes, we grew in terms of customers. Now we have enterprise customers that are using our products in terms of because of reliability, responsibility, and interpretability. Um, and then we also have um, end users, players, coaches, um, people like you and me using Bingbo AI to order food from restaurants. We also have restaurants using Bingbo AI. So basically, in terms of customers, yes, there has been growth. And of course, in terms of impact, I'll basically say uh, we have been able to move from just an idea into putting products into the hands of people such that it's been adopted by restaurant owners to use Bingbo AI for restaurant operations. It's been adopted by coaches. Trackers has been adopted by coaches and players um, to be able to enhance their sports analytics performance. So basically, in terms of impact, we are doing really, really well. Yeah. Things that have kept me motivated is number one, staying glued to the mission. So I understood the mission. I understood the vision behind behind the problems we're trying to solve, and that has helped me over time when things were tough, when things were smooth, when things were rosy, and when things were not. So staying glued to the mission has helped me. Then number two is having the right people around you. I have quite a number of friends that are also entrepreneurs, so sharing the burden or having conversations with them, knowing how to navigate challenges. When you share some of those things with them, they can also give you ideas, hints on how to, navigate those challenges. So I spent my time with the right set of people who have helped me, all right, in order to be able to achieve what we're trying to do as a company. Yeah, so that's it. So here are some of the things I would do differently. Number one, I would make sure I establish my legal partnership earlier, such that IPs are well protected. Of course, definitely we have to do all of those things in the second year. Then number two is taking funding much more serious. Don't get too comfortable with bootstrapping. Not like we are so comfortable with bootstrapping and revenue generation, but nonetheless, I would be a little more serious about funding, raising funds. Then number three is I would trust my instincts more. Yeah, there were a lot of times I had a very high level of nudge to do some certain things, but I had to take my time to verify and validate, before taking those steps. So I would trust my instincts more. So in the last 4 years, another thing I would pay more attention to, which I would do differently, is to scale faster. Scaling a product faster. When we were building trackers, it got to a point that, due to the fact that we are trying to be very careful with our GPU consumption, we want to keep our burn rates extremely low. We couldn't scale across a lot of our customers that were demanding for it as at that time. So of course, definitely raise the bar with respect to the cost, revenue, and so as to make more money, and of course funding. So definitely scaling the product, scaling the technology faster. Another thing that we could have done better, which we now know, number one is storytelling. So we felt like, let's just focus on building the technology. Clients, people are just going to see us. So we are just pushing out articles on Medium, on LinkedIn. But I feel like it's very, very important to give yourself a lot more social media presence, ensuring that you tell a proper story such that a layman understands what your company is all about. But some of the challenges we hard. But now we know better, and definitely, um, yeah, these are the things we'll do, stick to if we are ever to even think of starting over again. Our proudest achievement so far has been, building a product that people want, that we can put into the hands of people, and it's valuable in their hands. So that has been one of my major private, achievements. Products like trackers being AI, trackers being used by coaches, players, and sports um, organization has been um, one of my greatest achievements. Um, being AI being used by restaurants, people being able to have food delivered to their doorstep, have foods reserved for them, they being able to take reservation, dine-ins for restaurants, helping them manage their restaurants and the likes, has been my proudest achievement. Another thing is I'm so proud of my team. So in the last 4 years, it has not been quite easy, but one of the things that I'm so grateful for is the fact that I ensured their comfortability, ensured that they were very comfortable working. I also ensured flexibility, such that establishing a very good work culture within the company, such that people are able to easily work and deliver value, and then ensuring that we're able to meet up with every milestone. There's been a lot of evolution, over time, which we expect with the team, but I'm so glad that I was able to establish that research team, establish the engineering team, such that we're able to deliver value to all our customers, all our users, across our products. Yeah. So primarily, the first thing I see us doing in the next 5 years is penetrating other verticals. Primarily, right now, we are operating within the sport industry and the restaurants, um, the food and beverage, food industry. So I see us expanding into other verticals, in the next 5 to 10 years, healthcare primarily. And I also see us expanding, nationally and globally into every other country. And I also see us nurturing and fostering talent development, talent growth within the nation and also globally. Um, and of course, definitely open source contribution. I see us contributing immensely to um, AI research, AI engineering, open source contribution generally, so as to um, keep the frontiers, moving, meeting more milestones, and of course contributing to the advancement of AI, across the world. That's a very, very fantastic question. Though I'm just 4 years running a startup, but I will basically say that in my little experience, things you need to pay attention to is number one, which I have, stuck to, um, which I learned over the 4 years. Number one is solve a real world problem. Solve a real world problem that actually brings answers to people. That is something that people really want, and that has been the drive and vision for me. Number two is networking. Build relationship with people. Build relationship with people. Build partners. Partner with other AI startups. Learn from them. Learn from other people that are building something in your direction, such that you don't make mistakes. Of course, you need those people within your network. Then another thing I would basically say if it's possible, try your best to bootstrap, because that's what I actually started with, bootstrapped, and of course we're still bootstrapping, and our revenue has been what has kept us going. We haven't raised any pre-seed, neither have we raised any seed round. But one has to be very, very financially prudent, because bootstrapping kind of helps you keep your team lean. Of course, you might not be growing really fast, but it keeps your team lean, and it keeps your company to stay afloat, even in turbulent times, even in difficult times. And another thing I would love to advise is stay glued to the vision and the mission. Why are you running this company? What problem are you solving? So every step of the way, you need to evaluate. Are we doing what we are doing right now? Is it in line with what we're actually trying to solve? Everything we are doing right now, does it bring happiness to the people that are going to use this product? Does it answer the problems that are in the hearts of those people that are going to use those products? So these are some of the key things I feel one needs to pay attention to. Yeah.